how you clean a goose. It's very simple. The first thing that you're going to do is remove the feathers. And you shouldn't just pluck them. You should either singe them with a blowtorch. After you pluck it, right, pluck it for about 20 minutes, get as many off as you can. Either singe it with a blowtorch and get the rest of the pin feathers off, or wax them, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wax the feathers off. So I'm gonna pluck this bird, and then I'm gonna cut both feet off.
Gonna sniff my bird.
Get out of here, dude.
I'm
Over there.
sniffing a cane.
Dude,
Man,
heel.
it smells like a goose. Oh shit,
heel.
That's it. That's my goose.
No, sit. Sit. You're being a dick, dude. You're a fucking asshole.
What's with the
It's
name
not his,
calling
it's
again?
mine.
You're the fucking dick, Kane.
I'm gonna cut both.
That's where you're wrong, Kane. That one was the one that I got.
And I'm gonna cut
That's
the
mine.
wings real close because there's not much meat on these things. And I'm gonna save the wings, and I'm gonna tie them onto. I'm gonna tape them on with electrical tape onto dummies, and then I can retrieve that in the park in Brooklyn.
Let's do that.
So I'm gonna pluck this thing right now and get it to that point where it's. Oh, and I do leave the head on because that's how I'm gonna dunk it into the wax. I'm gonna pluck it about halfway up to about the black part, and I'll save that too. All right, so I'm gonna get to work on this thing. It's a mess. Do it outside. On occasion, I do it inside. It's such a drag.
Yo,
get
SA,
everywhere.
how about some
They really do.
FaceTime?
Good boy, Mango. This guy's a fucking baby man right here.
Yeah, Kane, I got your baby man
This guy
right here.
is a super fucking stud dog.
Yo, thanks,
Look at
Kane.
this.
I appreciate
This is a baby man. What a
Dude,
good job
I'm
you
not
did,
a baby
dude.
man. I'm
You are
a
one hell of
little
a
man.
fucking little dog, dude.
Not a baby.
Hey, yo,
Love this guy.
What about
I love
me,
both
man?
these guys. They both did really good. Ike, sit. Ike's being kind of a douchebag.
What do you
It's the first
expect,
goose
dude?
of the season, so
Yeah, that might be the last
everybody
goose
was
of the season
pretty
because
amped
you're
up,
shooting
including
like
me.
shit, Kane.
So, glad we broke our streak. Okay, I'm gonna pluck this thing. Try and just keep the feathers centrally located. So I use a plastic trash bag, and really, it really is better to do this outside because these things are tough and they really get all over. I have a pair of poultry shears, Cabela's. They're not bad for cheap shears, but what I found that works real good. You know, these are for a light bird, for like a pheasant or something. What really works better is a pair of gardening shears, something that would really lop through a branch. I got to cut the feet off on both wings. Now it should look something like this, and this is how it should look right before you wax it. Okay, so they're at this point. I have them like their bodies plucked pretty much, their wings are cut off, and their legs are cut off. And the reason why I left the heads on them is because that's what I use to help dunk them. So I got most of the feathers out in the field, and so now we're about ready to wax them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the wax. Now the wax here, you have to keep in mind you don't want it super hot, so don't boil the water, that's not necessary. Just get the wax melted and then wait for about a half an hour, and then when you see it, it's going to start to like get hard again. You know, right before that, that's when you want to use it. And if you notice the countertop has water on it, that's because I don't know if my pot is big enough, and you know, I might displace some of the wax and water when I'm doing it, so the water will help it from sticking to the countertop, just easier to clean up. Right over here is my cold water bath. So once I dunk them in, then they get a cold water bath. Okay? So you do it like this. Okay, so once you get it like this, I had this in the refrigerator for a little bit to let the wax harden a little bit. If the water's cold enough, you won't have to do this, but you do want this hard. So you just kind of like do this and peel it like a tangerine or an orange, and just peel all the wax off. If you see it, it comes off pretty good. Now there will be some wax on it, but as soon as we get this wax off, then we're going to clean the bird, so it'll be under running water, and we'll get all the rest of the wax off it at that time. Look at this, I shot the hell out of this one. Once I get it to this point, you know, this really takes a long time to process these things. It's ridiculous. Once I get it to this point, then I turn it over on its back, and what I do is I slit it up the back so I can get in there real good, and I start from here. Looks great, Banj.